start out just by like introducing yourself, like
Okay.
age,
Okay.
class, and like position.
Okay. I'm Brigitte Kapler. I'm a sophomore. I am a portside rower.
And then I saw like as a pre-race ritual or like kind of before the races, you listen to your favorite song. I was just
Oh
kind of
Lord.
listening,
Uh,
wondering what that was.
to be honest, yeah, my songs sometimes change depending on my mood. I tend to try and like fit a song to normally how nervous I am, I guess. Like sometimes I need classical music because
Yeah.
I'm feeling extremely stressed. But other days I need something like, I don't know if you know the song Bonkers, which is literally just a lot of bass and just trying to get me like hyped up. So that's normally as much of a ritual as I'll like allow myself to have. Normally,
Okay. And you won freshman of the year last year.
yeah. Yes.
Do you think your music taste helped that? And has it changed over the past year going into this season?
I don't know. How can I put this? Freshman year, I would say not that I was a different person then, but I think I was a little bit more naive and easy-go-lucky, and I think I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to the same sort of stuff as everybody else. However, coming to America, everybody has a lot of different music tastes here, so I'd say unfortunately I listen to a lot more country now, and a lot of rap, and I blame my teammates for that. Yeah, so I'd probably say more. I don't know. I would say more like upbeat stuff. I try not to like listen to too much like sad, melodic, like that type of music. I think it just gets me more hyped for practice, more hyped for racing. Yeah.
Okay. And then could you give your top 5 artists right now that you listen to?
I'd say probably like my number one is Life, but not a lot of people know him. Kid Cudi, love him. Burna Boy is a South African artist. Will Linley, I like him. Probably Kendrick Lamar is pretty good. Yeah.
Last question. Do you think there's a connection between music and rowing? Like, do you see any similarities? How does it help you out in the boat?
I can see similarities in terms of, I don't know, so in like a rowing stroke, it's very rhythmic, that like you're going from one side to the other. So I think like in a similar way, like music obviously has that rhythmic aspect to it that you can sort of, there's definitely some programs that I know that like for their training session will have a certain playlist that is the exact same timing as like what we would go up and down the stroke. However, I don't have the patience for that and I'm not going to do that, but I think there's definitely a tie-in between like you can definitely like elevate your performance by listening to a similar sort of like rhythmic beat, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Solid. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Yeah. So starting off, could you just introduce yourself, like name, what grade you are, and then what position you are in the boat?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Natasha.
You can look at
Okay, I can look at you. Okay, hi, I'm Natasha, also known as Tash. I'm a junior this year, and I am the stroke seat of the boat. Kind of have switched it around a lot, but at the moment, stroke seat.
Awesome. And then I saw that one of your pre-race rituals was listening to hype music.
Yeah.
What's your go-to genre if you need to get yourself hyped up?
Probably like hip hop, rap. Yeah, that kind of genre. I also listen to a lot of house music because I like the repetitiveness. It's hype, but also calms me down because I'm a very anxious racer. So yeah, sort of that's most of it. Yeah.
And then who are your top artists for yourself just right now?
My top artists, Frank Ocean, definitely. Drake. I know that's really controversial, but I like Drake. And Kendrick, so that's also controversial. And then I also listen to Fred again. A lot of also a lot of like Phoebe Bridges, Gracie Abrams, even too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then thank you so much.
Of course, yeah. Lovely to meet you.
Just introduce yourself, like name, where you're from, and then what grade you're in.
So I'm Maja Mislenovic. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia, and I'm a sophomore here.
Awesome. And then I seen that one of your pre-race rituals is listening to hype music. What is like kind of your just go-to genre of hype music just to get yourself in the like right mindset before you go out rowing?
Honestly, it really depends on my mood.
Mhm.
Like it can be like some like very hype quick music, but then if I'm feeling that day, it can be something like really slow
Okay.
and like just like the singing type of the music. But like it really varies on like depending on my mood
Mhm.
at the moment.
What are some like go-to songs that you put on before a meet or a regatta, a race?
Oh my god, really, I really can't tell. Like it really depends on the mood and everything, but it's usually the Serbian songs.
Okay.
It's usually mostly 99% of the time Serbian songs.
Okay. So has your music taste changed from being in Serbia to now coming to the States? Have you noticed it changed, or it's mostly still
Mm,
the same?
no, it didn't. Honestly,
Uh huh.
it's mostly the same, and I think like yeah, it's mostly the same. I was enjoying like I'm also enjoying listening like the English music too.
Yeah.
It just I prefer ours.
Yeah. Do you ever put on any Serbian music for your teammates? Do they ever listen with
mm,
you?
yeah, they listen to a few of them, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're they're enjoying it the best.
And then I saw that you were kind of a multi-sport athlete before rowing. Do you think there's any benefits to other sports and then coming into rowing? And then do you see any similarities between archery and rowing?
Yes, definitely. I think archery. I was doing it for 5 years, and a few national records
Yeah.
there. And in archery, what really helps and is really important is the focus. And I think that skill really, really good translates here to the rowing, because usually when it's like really hard piece, really hard part of the piece, your body is usually telling you, "I just wanna stop. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. Please stop." And like just being able to stay focused, consistent, and persistent in that piece really, really helped me. Because in archery, you have to stay focused for so many hours during the tournament, and here it's only for the 7 minutes the race is, but the problem is it is much more intensity. Just being able to stay focused on the final goal
Mhm.
really, really helped me here in rowing now.
This is your second year on the team,
Yeah.
right? So you kind of came in onto the team at the same time as Bridget. Would you say you're pretty familiar with her, like
Um,
as a teammate or as a person?
yeah, I'm really grateful for UCF bringing like, yes, we are all teammates,
Hmm.
but I'm really grateful for the friendships that it brought me. Like I would consider her like Brigitte like one of my best friends
Okay.
here, and I'm really, really great. Like we're all coming from the different parts of the world, but like
Yeah.
just being here together and adjusting together and doing all of those stuff with all of the people. Honestly, internationals are not like also like people from America, like coming from the different states here. It's just really nice to see how all we together adjusting and improving.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much. So starting off, if you could just give us your name, what grade, and where you're from.
So I'm Kate Maloney. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'm a junior here at UCF.
Okay, and then I saw that one of your pregame rituals was kind of listening to music. What do you think that does for you
Uh,
before rowing?
I think that music is a good way to just kind of like focus your mind. You don't really have to think about anything.
Hmm.
So I find it's like a good way to just like calm your nerves. You can just listen to music, no thoughts. So I think that's definitely why I listen to music.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what's your go-to genre before a regatta?
So I like old school music,
Okay,
like AC/DC kind of music. I know it's kind of a hot topic, but I definitely think that that's my go-to. A little bit of Taylor Swift in there, maybe. But yeah, definitely like old school music.
so you like the old school type of rock type of
Yes,
music?
yeah,
What do you
literally
think that
exactly
like
that.
does for you? Like, why do you listen to that type of music?
I
What is?
think it like hypes me up,
Mhm.
you know. Rap doesn't really do that for me. Yeah, no, definitely just like Thunderstruck by AC/DC is like my go-to song,
Mhm.
and it's just like yeah, it gets me like super excited.
And then, are there any similarities that you see between just music in general and rowing?
We listen to a lot of music when we do like land workouts and stuff. So yeah, it's a good way to kind of just like set the like tone of the workout.
Hmm.
I think is a good one. I don't know, when you row, you have like this internal dialogue in your head of like, okay, like I have to stay in the rhythm and like the noise of the blade going in the water, the coxswain as well. So I think just like yeah, being able to like listen and row, it's like I feel like maybe that it correlates a
Yeah.
little. I've actually never thought of that before. Good question.
And then I saw that you were in England for a little bit, and
Mhm.
then in Nova Scotia, and then here.
Yeah.
Do you think your music taste changed over depending on like
Ooh.
where you were at?
Oh, I think kind of a little bit. trying to think. I've always liked Taylor Swift,
Mhm.
so I always have listened to Taylor Swift. I think yeah, sometimes like the people that you're with, like 'cause I went to like a few different high schools, they listen to all sorts of different music. So I definitely think yeah, it probably has changed a little bit.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you've mentioned Taylor Swift a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Do you have any other artists that you're constantly listening to?
Taylor Swift, AC/DC, Tate McRae as
Mhm.
well. That's kind of a newer one. Sabrina Carpenter, um, Def Leppard. I would like a little bit of Drake, Kendrick, that kind of stuff, but not too much. I would say that's pretty much it.
And
Yeah.
well, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so